It's the news everyone dreads.
The three of us were literally in a health meeting just over an hour and a half ago to be advised that we have a case of community transmission in New South Wales.
The man in his 50s has a high viral load, making him more contagious. And worryingly, health officials have no idea how he came into contact with the disease.
Is there any sort of working hypothesis of how he could have got this in terms of who he's been or where he's...
Unfortunately, not at this stage. Obviously, we've asked him about, he hasn't returned from overseas, he hasn't worked in border or quarantine roles, he has not had any contact with the hospital system. So all of the usual routes where we would expect someone to have acquired the infection are not clear, and that's why this is really requires us to do that genome sequencing.
Urgent genome sequence testing is underway. The results expected in 24 hours will show the strain and any possible links. The last community transmission was linked to a Byron Bay hens party 35 days ago.
Given the randomness of this infection, the Premier is certain there will be more cases in coming days.
This is very early, and no doubt I'll expect other cases. If there is one case and we don't have an immediate source, if there's no direct connection that we can establish, we have to assume there are other cases. That's why all of us need to be on guard, and our response will be proportionate, as it always has in New South Wales.
The man has been infectious since April 30 and did everything he was supposed to, coming forward for testing when symptomatic and regularly using his QR code check-in. But the Premier is disappointed not all venues are enforcing the rules.
I just hope that everybody takes this as a wake-up call to make sure that all of us adjust our behaviour. It's really easy to let down your guard, especially in a social setting. So it's really important for us not to let down our guard, make sure we do QR codes.
13,500 people were tested in the past day. Authorities are hoping that number rapidly increases in the next 48 hours. Charlotte Mortlock, Sky News Sydney.
The man visited a number of venues across Sydney while infectious. Anyone who attended the following locations is asked to get tested immediately and isolate until provided with further information. District Brasserie in the city from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on April 30. HineSight optometrist at Sofitel Sydney, midday to 1 p.m. that same day. Barbetta Cafe in Paddington, 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. A screening of the Courier at Event Cinemas Bondi Junction from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Figo Restaurant in Rushcutters Bay from 8:45 to 11 p.m, also on April 30. Joe's Barbeques and Tucker Barbeques, both in Silverwater, from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. on May 1. Two Barbeques Galore stores on May 1, Annandale from 2 to 3 p.m. and Casula from 4 to 5 p.m. BP Mascot on the same day between 4:30 and 5 p.m. The meat store at Bondi Junction from 3 to 4 p.m. on May 2. The Stadium Club at Moore Park between 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. on May 3. Azure Cafe also at Moore Park from 12:30 to 1 p.m. the same day. The Royal Sydney Golf Club at Rose Bay between 5:30 to 9 p.m. also on May 3. Rug Cleaning Repairs Hand Rug Wash, Sydney at Brookvale from 12:30 to 1 p.m. on May 4. Alfresco Emporium at Collaroy between 1 and 1:30 p.m. the same day. Smith Made Furniture Store in Balgala for 15 minutes from 2:30 p.m. on May 4. And Chemist Warehouse and Woolworths at Double Bay between 3:40 to 4:15 p.m. the same day.